Hello and welcome to Middle Eastern Thursday. So today we are going to be talking about 10 fragrances. Now the thing about these 10 is that I've already, hauled them here on the channel and reviewed them for you, but I just felt like I needed to circle back and talk a little bit more about them. Like, do we really still feel that they are special because they have been quite hyped? So the question today is, did these fragrances really deserve all the hype that they have received? So as I go along, I'll be sharing with you my thoughts and I will let you know. So let's go ahead and jump right in. But before we do so, if this is your first time here, I'm Arahi and I'm your fragrance concierge because I'm totally committed to creating the best fragrance experience for you. I upload videos multiple times a week, and on this channel, we love to talk about all types of fragrances. So if that sounds like the type of content that you're interested in and like a good plan, then please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget, leave a comment. Let's go. So before we start, I did want to let you know that today's video is in partnership with Aroma Concepts. So all of the fragrances that I will be sharing with you today, of course, can be found on the Aroma Concepts website. And of course, I have a discount code for you. Everything will be linked as always in the description box, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first fragrance that I'm going to share with you today is one that is a brand new launch, and it hasn't officially gone viral, but I just know that at some point it's going to go seriously viral and it's going to be everywhere and it's going to sell out. So before all of that starts, I decided to just bring it to you today and share. And this one is Bubble Yum. Now here is the gorgeous bottle. And you know what? Just as the bottle, Bubble Yum is a scent that is going to add a pep to your step. It's going to bring like playfulness and joy to you. And for me, this is perfect for any season and for any age. Let me just start with that because I know the first question will be, well, Arahi, isn't that more for younger ages or stuff like that? No, I think that this is perfect for just about any age. The condition for me is that you are into like a juicy, fruity, playful, joyful kind of scent, because that is exactly what it is. But let me go ahead and share with you the notes before I tell you a little bit more about it. So at the top, it has pear, marshmallow, sugar, ylang-ylang, and strawberry. In the mid, it has bubblegum, jelly bean, and caramel. And at the base, it has musk, amber, and fruity notes. Now, this is a fragrance that is fruity. It is sweet. It is juicy. It just makes you smile. It is really, really interesting because it does add joy immediately. There is something playful, but at the same time, like flirtatious about it. And it is just a beauty. You are going to pick up on the fruitiness, and specifically what I get is the strawberry. The strawberry is not synthetic in any kind of way. It's pretty realistic, but you are going to get that strawberry. You are midway in the olfactory journey going to pick up on vanilla and marshmallow, and it is just so yummy. You know when you take a piece of a gum and like a bubble yum gum and it's really chunky and you put it in your mouth and you just start chewing on it and it's juicy and it's luscious. Oh, that's exactly what this smells like. And the curious thing is that typically with the gum, you only get that in the opening, like when you start chewing it. But with this scent, you are going to smell like that all throughout the wear of the fragrance, which is what I'm absolutely loving. This truly does smell like a piece of gum that you're chewing, like a bubble yum, like a fresh, you just put it in your mouth with all of the fruits in the world, and it is just absolutely delicious. That is what you're going to get from this scent. Another question you may have is, well, being that it's a bubble yum kind of scent, isn't that more like for spring or warmer weather? No, because the beauty of it is that it is quite ambery. It smells so yummy, but so yummy. You're going to be, if you are into like yummy fragrances, not necessarily a full-on gourmand that makes you smell like a dish, but just a scent that makes you smell yummy and adds that fun and flirtatious and joyous kind of like vibe. That is what you're going to get from Bubble Yum. But curiously enough, not only does it give you that Bubble Yum scent, but at times you're almost going to feel like you're picking up like, when you take like a handful of jelly beans and they're in all flavors with all the fruitiness in the world, You also kind of get that in parts of the olfactory journey, but at the dry down, inevitably, at least on my skin and to my nose, what you're going to get is that luscious scent of a freshly chewed gum. I mean, it's just unbelievable because I don't even know how they did it in such a perfect way, but definitely a very different scent, but very, very yummy. So I think that this is truly unisex. It does lean to the feminine side. And like I said before, for just about any season, right now it's only giving me top 6.5 to 7 hours, no more than that without having to overspray or respray. And it does have a strong projection. I would say during the first 90 minutes, no more than that. This is a fragrance that I think is suitable for just about any age, as I said before, and for any occasion, day or night. I just would not wear it to a very, very formal event. That's just not my style. But who's to say that you can't do that? Please do whatever you want. Wear it when you want, how you want, okay? Because that's what we do here, remember. But this is really a beautiful, beautiful scent. And I highly recommend that you try it. I think you're going to love it. The condition, of course, as I said before, is that you're into seriously yummy scents. The next fragrance that I have for you is one that is definitely very, very popular right now. And I think I was one of the first content creators that shared this fragrance. And I remember telling you specifically that I was so impressed, and nothing has changed. This to me is a fragrance that deserves all of the hype that it is receiving. And this one is from Paris Corner, and this is Taskeen Wowie. And here is the gorgeous bottle. So Wowie is a scent that upon first sniff will remind you of Roja's Lost in Paris for sure. This is truly a gourmand, no doubt about it. Is it going to make you smell like a specific dish or dessert? No, but it is definitely a serious gourmand, and at that, it is a very elevated gourmand. This is not going to be for everybody. It's not a polarizing scent, but it is a scent that has an air of elegance and sophistication. Again, a very, very elevated gourmand. Let me go ahead and share with you the notes again, because I did share them the first time. But at the top, we have mandarin, orange, and aldehydes. In the mid, we have rum, cinnamon, and orris. And at the base, you have tonka bean, butter, and caramel. This is a scent that opens airy and citrusy, bordering on zesty. You are clearly going to pick up on the note of orange. That is what I get in the opening. And the opening is airy, not a freshie in any kind of way, but it is definitely airy. As the journey continues, there is a bit of warm spiciness that comes over the entire scent. So there is very much a warm, spicy quality to the fragrance. And for me, the one spice that sticks out the most is the note of cinnamon. But at the dry down, inevitably, you are going to get quite a beautiful gourmand that you can wear for just about any occasion, day or night. You could even make it your signature scent. Absolutely beautiful, impeccably done, solid release. And I would say that you can get here between 7 to 8 hours. It has given me 8+ hours, but overspraying. But I say that without overspraying or respraying, you could get anywhere between 7 to 8 hours. You know, it has had a chance to sit a bit now in my collection, but I can tell you that it performed from the get-go. And the scent has not really changed much since I received it. Pretty consistent. Anyway, let us know if you've tried Taskeen Wowie and your thoughts. The next fragrance that I want to share with you is from the December collection of Paris Corner. You may recall that we had December Rose, December Vanilla, and now we have December Amber. And here is the gorgeous bottle. Now, December Amber, let me just share with you the notes before, and I've already reviewed it here on the channel, but let me share them with you again. So at the top, we have apple, coconut, and anise. At the mid, we have saffron, plum, and rose. And at the base, we have benzoin, amber, vanilla, caramel, anise, cedarwood, and moss. Now, this is truly an exquisitely done, beautiful scent. No doubt about it. When I first sniffed it, it really didn't remind me of anything whatsoever. And I think I even shared that with you. But In the comment section of that video, I had so many fan members comment that maybe it was inspired by a Kayali fragrance, you know, the sugared patchouli, or by another fragrance called Amber Superfluid from the Primordial, and I own both of those fragrances. And here's what I'm going to say. Even though I'm not doing comparisons today, I feel like I need to address this. When I compare December Amber to Kayali's Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli, I am not getting the same scent whatsoever, okay? But I will say that when I compared it to Amber Superfluid, at the beginning, I did not know, and I'm going to tell you why. So you may recall that for my birthday, I did haul the Amber Superfluid for you. Like I did a video, I'm sorry, where I did a haul for my birthday, and I shared with you that that was one of the new fragrances. So it's a fragrance that has not been in my collection for not even 2 months. So I have not had the opportunity to really play with it a lot or use it a lot and really understand it. So when I sniffed this one and I tried it, it didn't automatically connect. Am I going to say that they are exactly the same? To me, they are not, but they are very close to the tune, I would say, of 80%. This one is like a twist, but let's put all of that aside because this fragrance is so special, is so beautiful, is so complexly incredible, and it is such a perfect scent, an ambery scent for cold weather that we do not want to spend our time just comparing it to another fragrance. Let's go ahead and focus on the beauty of this scent because it is truly special. So this is a fragrance that opens fruity. But the fruitiness is more to the tune of like a coconut. And the coconut that I pick up here is a cross between a creamy coconut and flaky. It is not a dry coconut. It is not a full-on creamy, but it is definitely in between those two, giving it quite a bit of character from the opening. That is how I pick it up. As the journey continues, I do pick up clearly on the note of saffron, bringing a bit of warm spiciness to the scent itself. There is a note of plum, but I don't pick up too much on it. I pick it up, but faintly. I think that that's what I'm picking up. But what I can tell you is that as you approach the dry down, you are going to have an exquisitely beautiful ambery scent that has quite a bit of a fruity presence without being too sweet, which is what I love about it. It is ambery. It does have a good bit of woodiness, and it continues to have that spiciness and also that touch of vanilla. Is it a tiny bit of vanilla? No, but it's not like a lot of vanilla. This scent is all about the beauty of that amberiness with that, I would say, faint kind of plum note in the background. Very beautiful and solid release. Again, yet another one of these fragrances that I think deserves to be highly hyped and go viral and all that good stuff, because truly it is a beautiful ambery scent. You just cannot go wrong with this. So if you're looking for a scent that is perfection for cool weather, December Amber is one you definitely want to try. The next fragrance that I want to share with you is one that I've already reviewed here on the channel. I've featured it several times and I just absolutely love it. And that has been the case since the beginning. And this one is Dulzura from Paris Corner. And here is the gorgeous bottle. So Dulzura is a fragrance that as soon as you sniff it, it's going to remind you of Cirque the Eau de Parfum, Cirque du Soleil, the Eau de Parfum. But let me go ahead and share with you the notes of this fragrance. So at the top, we have buttermilk and black pepper. At the heart, we have cake, vanilla, and whipped cream. And at the base, we have musk and amber. This is a scent that I've already explained to you. This is truly a full-on gourmand. No excuses. It smells like a strawberry caramel topped with a ton of whipped cream kind of sundae. It smells like buttery popcorn. It smells like funnel cake at the fair with all of the possible toppings. It smells like a candied apple that you would pick up at the fair. It is like a collection of all of those very decadent desserts that you would typically get in a fair. Like all of those scents coming together is what I get at the dry down from the blend of this incredible scent. scent. This is absolutely exquisite. It performs beautifully. It will give you a full day wear. It has a strong projection and a moderate sillage. And I think it is quite unisex because this is truly made for true gourmand lovers. Can't recommend it high enough, and honestly, definitely worthy of being viral. Absolutely. The next fragrance that I want to share with you is one that I have been so looking forward to circling back with you, because I did share it with you, I hauled it with you, and then I did the review. And let me tell you, I am just fascinated by how incredible this fragrance is. And this is another gourmand, but to me, this is a gourmand that is perfection for cooler weather. This is from Adyan, and this is Butterscotch. And here is the gorgeous bottle. I want to make sure that I share it with you again because I find this to be such a beautiful, beautiful bottle. And when you grab this fragrance, the feel is very luxurious because the bottle is very weighty. It has been done just beautifully, guys. So let me share with you the notes. At the top, we have vanilla and caramel. At the mid, we have toffee and sugar. And at the base, we have brown sugar, butter, and salt. This fragrance has now had a chance to sit for a bit in my collection, and I want to tell you that for me, this really smells like butterscotch. It opens, this is so yummy. It opens with a ton of vanilla, but at that, for me, not only does it open with the vanilla, but it has like a good bit of caramel. So do you know when you make at-home caramel and the caramel is starting to get like creamy? That is how the scent opens for me, for sure. Then as the journey continues, I start to pick up on a little bit of toffee, not a lot, but then it continues to increase. So after the opening immediately, it is followed by the toffee, at least to my nose and on my skin. But that toffee scent continues to increase as you approach the dry down. Then at the dry down, you are inevitably going to get that toffee scent. This to me is very much unisex, but may lean a tad to the feminine side because it is a very, very sweet scent. I think it is perfection for cool weather. I can't imagine wearing this during a warm summer day. To me, this is cool weather all the way. But at that, it is a fragrance that is done on point. And I've been saying that since day one. This is true butterscotch. That's what it smells like to me. Let us know if you've tried it because I know several of you have picked it up. And what are your thoughts? One thing that I do want to tell you is that when you receive it, please be sure to spray it out and give it at least a couple of days before you try it on skin. That's the case with all of these fragrances. And the more you allow them to sit, the better they get. But with this one, there was just something because the first time that I sprayed it, it didn't give me exactly butterscotch, but a little while later, it was like, wow, I started to pick up on it clearly. Anyway, let us know if you've tried it and your thoughts. So this next fragrance is one that has gone so viral, that has sold out multiple times. It sells out and it comes back. It sells out and it comes back. And I am speaking about Vanilla Voyage from Maison Asrar. And here is the gorgeous bottle. So I absolutely love these bottles. There's like 3 different fragrances from Maison Asrar that have come in this bottle, and I am absolutely loving them. There is a weighty, luxurious feel to it. I love the detail of the cap. It is so different. I also love the detail of the neck of the bottle. There's just so many details to this little bottle, but let's talk about the juice because the juice steals the show. So this scent is reminiscent. It's like a cousin, not a far cousin, not a second or third cousin, but like a cousin of a Bianco Latte type of scent profile. Is this to me exactly like Bianco Latte? No, but we're not here to talk about that today. I'm just letting you know that this fragrance is definitely in the realm of like a Bianco Latte. And this one has had a chance to sit in my collection for months now. But let me go ahead and share with you the notes. So at the top, we have caramel and butter. At the heart, we have honey, tonka, and jasmine. And at the base, we have vanilla, amber, and musk. Now, this is a very ambery scent, but it is also lactonic. It has a ton of vanilla, but the sweetness comes from a combination of like vanilla and honey. And what I wanted to tell you about this fragrance is that the beauty for me of it is that the honey has been done in such an exquisite way. It is not funky in any kind of way. It's very present, but very realistic. The condition of this fragrance is that, number one, in order for you to enjoy it, number one, you need to be into a gourmand scent, because this is truly very much a gourmand. Number two, you have to enjoy a lactonic scent. It's not excessively or sickly lactonic, but it is definitely lactonic. It is very sweet, not cloying in any kind of way, but it is also very sweet. So you have to be okay with those three conditions to even consider this fragrance. But I will tell you, if you are into those three, this is a must for you. Don't even think about it. Just put it in cart and get it, because you are going to love it. Incredibly done Maison Asrar release here. This is absolutely beautiful. Let us know if you've tried Vanilla Voyage and your thoughts. So the next fragrance I want to share with you is one that when I first received it and I sprayed it out, I just could not believe what I was picking up. That actually, from this group of fragrances, that happened to me with 4 of the fragrances in this group. Dulzura and Wowie, and this next one, and another one that's coming up. I just could not believe, because immediately when I just went to spray it out before letting it sit for a couple of days and then testing it properly, I just immediately could pick up on it, and I just could not believe it. So this next one is also from Paris Corner, and this is Pinkling. And here is the bottle. Personally, I do really think this is a cute bottle. It is very picturesque, but let's talk about the juice, because that is what I can't get over. So this is a fragrance that as soon as you sniff it, it's going to remind you of Fragrance du Bois Sirène. And that is a fragrance that I own. I have shared it with you many times here on the channel because I love it. And this one, well, I'm not here to do comparisons. I've already done a video, by the way, where I do direct comparisons of all these fragrances to the OGs. So I'll be sure and link it somewhere around here or in the description box of this video so you can catch it, because it is very interesting. But this is an incredibly done fragrance. At the top, it has milk, cherry, and saffron. At the heart, smoke, white flowers, and benzoin. At the base, musk, nagarmotha, which I can never pronounce, and amber. So this is truly a very ambery scent that has a very present cherry note. Now that cherry note is accompanied by a warm, spicy quality. And the one spice that I pick up on the most is definitely saffron. I don't pick up on much of anything else at this point. And at the dry down, I don't even pick up on that, because the thing about this fragrance is that the blend is so exquisite that you are going to have a very hard time at the dry down as you wear it picking different notes. You may get that cherry, because the cherry is definitely, in my opinion, the queen of this scent. But that cherry is not like a dark, deep, no. It is like an in-between. It's not a bright cherry, but it's not a dark, syrupy cherry. It is right there in between. And I will say that even though you do have the note of milk in this fragrance, it is truly not very lactonic. It is a tad lactonic. Now that it's had a chance to sit a bit more, I'm finding that that lactonic quality is becoming more and more and more faint. That may change as it has a chance to sit through the months, but right now, while I am getting that quality, it's really not of significance. So even if you're not into a lactonic scent, but you are a cherry lover, you may want to try this fragrance. Now, the beauty of this fragrance is that it does have a floral presence, and it's all about white florals. I don't distinguish anyone in specific. It's just like a bouquet of white florals. But in addition to that, there is an ongoing smoky quality to this scent that actually makes it a bit alluring. It does border on sexy. This is not a sexy beast scent to me, but it does border on sexy because it is quite alluring. It will pull because that smoky quality is quite alluring. And at the dry down, you are going to have a musk presence to the tune of, I would say 3 to 4 more, 3 than 4, but it's not animalic in any kind of way. For me, this is a fragrance that does lean to the feminine side, definitely, and one that you could probably pull any season of the year. To me, this is not just for cool weather. To me, you can pull this all throughout the year, just not on a very, very hot summer day where you know that you're going to be outside all day. But other than that, this is a beauty, and it performs beautifully because it will give you a full day wear without having to respray or overspray. The next fragrance that I have for you is one that I have been so excited because it is such a good scent. And it has been done beautifully. And it does remind me quite a bit of the OG. And this one is Hurriya Gingerique. And Gingerique is a scent that as soon as you sniff it, it is going to remind you of Goldfield and Banks' Ingenious Ginger, which is a fragrance that I absolutely love. And just like the OG, this one is quite addictive. But let me tell you, so the notes are at the top, lemon, bergamot, mandarin orange, and ginger flower. And in the mid, magnolia, jasmine, rose, and patchouli. And at the base, vanilla, sandalwood, cashmere, and amber, and musk. Yet another ambery beauty for cooler weather. But I have good news because to me, this is a scent profile and a fragrance set that is suitable for any season of the year and for any occasion. This is such a beautiful, non-offensive, incredible fragrance that will get you a ton of compliments. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. It performs beautifully because it is exceeding the 7-hour mark, and it hasn't even had a chance to sit in my collection for months and months at a time. But it is giving me a full day wear, and I am telling you, I think that this is unisex. It may lean a little bit to the feminine side, but I think I can definitely see a gent wearing this. Let's just put it that way. But at all, this is a beautiful, beautiful scent that will get you so many compliments, will make you feel beautiful, and it is just perfection. You could wear it to the office. You can do whatever you want with it. Anyway, let us know if you've tried Gingerique and your thoughts. The next fragrance that I have for you is one of those that I told you before that as soon as I sniffed it, I could clearly identify the OG because it has been done that exquisitely. And this one is from Paris Corner Emir, and this is Cherry Gossip. And here is the gorgeous and interesting bottle. So Cherry Gossip is a fragrance that as soon as you sniff it, is going to remind you of YSL Opium Over Red for short. Now, this is a fragrance that is all about the note of cherry, and I will share with you the notes in a minute, but I do want you to know that although I don't own YSL Black Opium Over Red, it is a fragrance, it is a scent that I'm very familiar with because I did get a decant in order to try and decide if I wanted to pick up the full bottle. I do own several fragrances from that line because, you know, there are so many flankers, and I just felt that I didn't need to add yet another flanker and much less focusing on the note of cherry because I have so many fragrances. So when I found this one, I was just elated, so happy because this again has been done exquisitely. So the notes in this one at the top are coffee, cherry, and licorice. At the heart, milk, powdery notes, and jasmine. And at the base, a gourmand accord, vanilla, and woodsy notes. But let me just tell you that this fragrance, this is really all about the note of cherry. And the cherry here is a little bit lactonic. It is sweet, not very sweet. And there's a very present note of licorice here. And at the dry down, you're getting some woodiness, but truly the dry down scent is just a very ambery, beautiful cherry infused scent. You just cannot go wrong with this fragrance. It is just incredible. And I'm going to tell you that what I love about it also is that it performs beautifully because it truly gives me a full day wear right up to maybe a little bit over that 8-hour mark without having to overspray or respray, as I shared with you before. And the other thing is that I think this is very much unisex. You know, it's not one of those unisex fragrances that may lean a little bit to the masculine. If I had to be honest and pick a lean, it may lean a little to the feminine side, but I can definitely see a gent pulling this off. Anyway, let us know if you've tried it, if you own it, how do you feel about it? Because I think that this is a solid release that does deserve to be quite hyped. All right, so the next and last one, this one is just incredible. And this one is from Maison Asrar, and it is Milky Way. And I hope you can see here, let me see, because the bottle is all white, so I'm hoping that you can catch it against that navy backdrop of mine. So Milky Way, let's start with the notes. So at the top we have plum, milk, and caramel. At the heart, cashmere wood, jasmine, ylang ylang, and orris. And at the base, sandalwood, tonka, and vanilla. So Milky Way. I absolutely love this fragrance, but I have to be honest with you, I really do love just about every fragrance that I have shared with you today. They are all so special. And to me, they do deserve the hype and the attention and all the love because they really have been done so, so nicely. But Milky Way. So when I first shared this fragrance with you, I told you that was I the only one that thought that this was maybe going to be like a Milky Way bar, that it was going to give us the scent of a Milky Way bar, because that's not what it smells like. It smells incredible, but not like a Milky Way bar. So let me just tell you, as the notes say, it does open to me with that plum. I do get the plum clearly here now, and I do get a lactonic quality. I don't necessarily get milk. I get like a bit of a lactonic quality. What I do want to tell you, different than what I told you the last time when I reviewed it for you, is that this is a very, very musky fragrance. This truly is to the tune of 3 to 4, more 4 than 3. But the good news is that the musk is not animalic in any kind of way. But I do say that you have to be into a musk-based fragrance in order to enjoy this one, because the musk is definitely present. But there are so many other beautiful things about this fragrance, because this is a scent that's also a mix of like white and yellow florals. And now that it's had a chance to sit a little bit more, I am clearly picking up on the ylang ylang. The white florals still continue to be more of a bouquet for me. And I do get that warm, spicy feel around that muskiness at the dry down, which I absolutely love. The dry down is also, to me, on my skin at least, a little bit powdery. Not very powdery, but it is a little bit powdery. But overall, this is such an exquisitely done scent. And it doesn't really remind me of anything. Does this remind you of anything? Like, really? Because it really doesn't remind me of anything that I've sniffed before, but I could be totally wrong. I can tell you that this one is not offensive, but the beauty of it also is that I think you could dress it up or dress it down. You can wear it for any occasion. You could make it your signature scent. To me, this is unisex, but I think that the more it has a chance to sit, the more it's feeling like it leans a bit to the feminine side. Please let us know in the comment section, do you think that this is unisex, or does it lean in any direction? What are your thoughts? And of course, we all want to know how you feel about it if you picked it up, because I know many of you have picked it up. Anyway, another one that deserves to definitely be super hyped because it truly is an exquisite scent, Milky Way. All right, fam, so we've reached the end of today's video, and I hope that this was enjoyable for you, because for me, it definitely was. All of these fragrances are so incredible. I mean, truly, nothing has changed. I shared them with you. I was really jaw-dropped. I remember now when I first filmed a video with all of these fragrances and a couple others that I did not include today. I told you that I was jaw-dropped, and I meant it. Number one, because they reminded me of fragrances that, wow, I just could not even believe that they were so on point. And then number two, the more I spent time with each one of these fragrances, the more I realized how incredibly done they were. The blend, the mix of the notes and the ingredients, the accords that you get, the tonalities, just the entire experience, not even to mention the bottles. Some of these bottles are just incredible. I mean, there are just bottles that I absolutely love, because I'm going to continue to say that the feel when you just hold this bottle, it is such a special feel. I absolutely love it. But anyway, I could go on and on and on about these fragrances, because in summary, do I think that they deserve to be hyped? Absolutely. I think that they deserve to be hyped and to go viral, because they really are that special. And you know what I'm really loving is that they're not like the same scent profile that we've been getting over and over and over. There are some fragrances in this group that I really never thought I would see, you know, that scent profile in such an affordable price point. So if you've been looking for a more affordable alternative to any of those fragrances that I mentioned for you today, or that I spoke about when I referred to them, well, then this is your opportunity. As always, thank you so much for hanging with me today, and I will see you all in the next video.